Alright, hey guys, welcome back. Today we'll be doing something a bit different. I'll be talking about my credit card journey from, I guess, the point of view of an average person plus a non-resident of the United States navigating the United States credit card economy, which is really interesting. I'll be talking about my unexpected wins, and my future plans. To be honest, it has been a roller coaster, but let's start from the beginning. I got my very first credit card on this day, August the 26th, 2024, last year. So, yeah, I got the Bank of America customized cash rewards card. It allows you to put 3% cash back on any selected category that they have. My selected category was 3%. There is currently a new offer. I'll be placing it somewhere here, I think, if I'm not lazy. And so you get 3% cash back on whatever category you chose, and the welcome bonus was spend $1,000, get $200 back. So it was really cool. It was really interesting. That was my very first credit card. I met the welcome bonus. It was a good intro. It all started off well. Yeah. Then a week later, I got the travel credit card. However, a lot of mistakes started with that travel signature card. And speaking of mistakes, let's just go into the next section, which is, yeah, the mistakes I've made. I got the travel rewards card, thinking that I'd get to book my friends flight and my flight through it, easily meeting the welcome bonus. However, there were some issues with that card, and it took very long to get to me, so I didn't get the welcome bonus at all. So I missed out on that welcome bonus. Uh, so it feels like getting the card entirely was a mistake. Even though it did come with the perk of there's no foreign transactions fees, especially when I go back to Jamaica and I'm using it, there were no foreign transaction fee. That was good. But yeah, missing the welcome bonus was a huge hit to me. And to be honest, I've barely been using it, especially since I'm back in the United States now. So yeah, I haven't been using that card. So that one's one of my bigger mistakes. I think my biggest mistakes is not knowing anything about hard pulls. Oh my god. I kid you not. I did 12 hard pulls, applying for the Chase Freedom Flex over and over and over again over the span of multiple weeks. It's crazy. Tanked my credit score. It very much tanked my credit score, and well, yeah, we live, we learn. I now learn about hard pulls, and yeah, you don't want that in a credit score, credit history. It messes with how reliable you look because companies will be seeing, oh yeah, this guy's been doing a lot of hard inquiries, and then it also tanks your credit score. Also, it disappears after like a year or two. They said so. Waiting on those 12 to disappear so my credit card can bounce back. And also my third biggest mistake was, well, to be honest, it's kind of a mistake because it did affect my history, but it was a necessary evil. In the second semester of school, like yeah, my finances got really bad, and I started maxing out my credit card, like barely paying it back and stuff like that. I maxed out both of them, and then just paid back the $35 a month, the minimum payment. However, why I did that without like really worrying a lot was because for the first 15 months of having the card, there will be a zero APR on those cards. That's why I took the risk. But it was a necessary evil. I definitely needed the cash. So yeah, so that also tanked my credit score because high credit utilization, stuff like that. So yeah, so those will be covering the mistakes. So on to this summer 2025, and I'm back up here again as a work and travel student. The first thing that I did was apply for the Capital One Platinum card. I wanted to, well, increase my overall credit limit, so I can have a slightly higher utilization. But technically, no, I'm just paying off everything in full, so I don't worry about utilization whatsoever. And yeah, the next reason was to build relationship with Capital One, so that's also good. Um, so yeah, I got that card. 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, I paid off everything that I owed on my Bank of America cards. So my credit score quickly shot back up to, I'm assuming, where it would be without the high credit utilization. So what upon like watching videos, understanding how stuff work, high credit utilization doesn't permanently affect your credit score. After you pay it back off, it just goes right back up to where it should have been. At least that's what I've seen. I don't know if it's correct, but upon doing a lot of research, that is what the consensus is. So yeah, it shot back up, and yeah, what happened after that? So I was using all my cards. Then a month later, yeah, I applied for the Chase Freedom Unlimited. For some reason, I didn't see the Freedom Flex on the website, so I applied for the Chase Freedom Unlimited, and I did the and I thought I got denied. They said, "Oh yeah, we'll be getting back to you in 7 to 10 business days." So I was like, "Oh yeah, I got denied for that." So because I learned about hard pull now, I'm like, "Yeah, they definitely denied me." Then because of that, I did a pre-approval form on Capital One again to try and get another credit card, which I'm trying to target the Saver card. So the options that I selected was new member bonus and no annual fee. It popped up after the pre-approval saying, "Oh yeah, I can get this card with with a 200 spend $500, get $200 back." So that's was what was there. But yeah, back to the Chase card though. I'll go back onto the Saver card. The Chase card that I thought I got denied for, on the same day I got an email. Saying that, I think I lost track of the story. Actually, I got approved for the Saver card. I don't know if I said that, but just double checking, I did get approved for the Saver card. And then after that, I actually got an email from Chase saying that I should call this number. Call the number. They wanted to confirm some information. I confirmed it, and then they asked if I applied for the Freedom Unlimited. I was like, yeah. Then they did this certain stuff, and then boom, I got applied for the Freedom Unlimited at the same time. So I guess that would be the unexpected win that I'm talking about. I got approved for the 2 cards that I wanted. Then, in classic fashion of life, something bad had to happen. Apparently, for the Saver One card, Capital One has 3 versions of those. They showed me one version that I thought I was applying for, but after clicking apply, they changed the version of the card that I applied for. So now I don't have a welcome bonus for Capital One, which is absolutely crazy to me. I called the rep, asked them about it. They're like, "Oh yeah, after you click apply, they can change what card is there based off additional information." I'm like, "What? That doesn't make any sense, because you show me that that's the card that I'm getting, then you're gonna change it after I click apply and enter information and click submit. I want your card." Weird. So I did some research on Reddit and other Google. Then I found out that, oh yeah, Capital One is known for this, not being transparent and stuff like that, and I should contact I think it's called CBPT, the Consumer Bureau Protection or something along that line. I'm definitely butchering that, and yeah, I submit a report there because that was what they said as my best chance of getting the welcome bonus. So I did apply, submit the report, waiting on a response. That was like 3 days ago. So yeah, one moment. Alright, I got a call. I had to really rush to that. So resuming where we left off. Before I go into how I use the 5 credit card setup now, I want to mention the honorable mention. It's not a credit card, however, it's a PayPal debit card. I do use that card for shopping. You get 5x back on groceries. So I do use that whenever I go to Walmart to buy my stuff, buy my groceries. So yeah, it's a really good card. It has no annual fee, and I don't think it has a minimum payment either. So yeah, it's a really good card to have. I really like it. So I use it to shop, get the cash back, use back the cash back to go to do groceries. So yeah, it's a really nice card. I really like it. So going in, how I use these cards. So, as I said before, I use the Bank of America 3% category to 3% category to for online shopping, I should say. I use the Capital One Saver card currently for my subscription. The only subscription I have is AMC. I'm gonna be canceling that. It should be the 3 months now, so I'll be canceling that. I don't have much subscription outside of AMC, but I'll be using that card when I do go back to Jamaica. It has a no transaction fee, no foreign transaction fee, so I'll be using that card often when I'm in Jamaica because you get 1% cash back. What else? What card am I missing? The Chase. The Chase, I won't be using that card while I'm in Jamaica, but I'll be using that card for everything else because you get a constant 1.5% back on everything else, except like my Bank of America is 1% on everything else, and my Capital One is a 1% cashback on everything else. For the Bank of America flag card, to be honest, I moved all of its credit limits. I only have $200 credit limit on it now. I moved the rest over to my Bank of America customized cash card. That was done this summer. I'll be just keeping it active by putting like a payment on it every 5 months or every month. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet. I'm gonna be keeping it active. However, I'm not gonna be using that card. And for the platinum card, for now, I'll be keeping it as the platinum card, but I'll be doing a product upgrade probably next year. As long as they're not gonna do a hard pull for the product upgrade, I'm gonna upgrade it from the platinum to the Quicksilver. So yeah, that's pretty much how I'm gonna be how I've been utilizing these cards these days. Now that I have 5 of them, and well, and the lot thereof, because the Bank of America customized the platinum card, there's nothing to do with them. I just keep them active for now. So yeah, for my future card, I think I'll be only aiming for one card at the beginning before summer even starts, and it will be the Capital One Venture X card. I really like what the benefits of it is. It has a $345 dollar annual fee. However, it gives you a $300 flight credit, and the welcome bonus is 75,000 points, which is like 750 US dollars after you spend $4,000 in 3 months. And the next year it gives you $100 for an anniversary, plus you get the $300 flag credit every year, so that's $400 credit in total. And if things go how I plan, because I'm trying to transfer schools to America, that I'll be taking 2 flights every year, which is to go back to Jamaica and come back, and that will be around $400. So the card will be covering the $400 with the credit, and I'll just be using that $400 that I would spend on the flight anyways to pay the annual fee for that credit card. And I'll be getting miles even though the flight is credited and it's being covered by the credit card. There's also cool stuff that comes with it, like lounge, but I won't be able to use those lounge unless like I'm flying from the United States to Jamaica, because Jamaica doesn't have those lounges. It doesn't have a Capital One lounge as far as I know. And there is priority boarding. I get to skip in front of the line at TSA, so I don't have to come like 2 hours early worrying about, because like in Jamaica, we tend to like go 2 hours early because we don't know what the line is like, stuff like that, just to be prepared. I think a lot of people do that just to be prepared. They go like extremely early. I get to skip the line, plus there's this global credit thing that you don't have to get scanned by. I don't think you have to get scanned at all. You just walk through and just go to the terminal, stuff like that. But I'm mainly doing it because, yeah, the credits that I get annually, it seems nice. It seems really nice. And yeah, that's the future plan. However, if I don't get that card, what I'll be doing is apply for it at the ending of summer before my friends fly back to Jamaica after they come from work and travel. And what I'll do is just book their flights on it, meet the $4,000 credit requirement, and just Yeah, that's if I get approved. If I don't get approved, the other two cards that I'm going for, or are the are the City Custom Cash and the Chase Freedom Flex, because they get the City Custom Cash, you get 5% cash back on a category that you choose. Online shopping is not one of them, sadly. And with the Chase Freedom Flex, you get a you get 5x back on rotating categories. So those are the two annual fee cards that I'll be going for. Then I want those cards, and I think the last card that I'll be getting in general is probably the Amazon Prime card, Prime Visa card for the 5x on Amazon. However, that's for a later time. I'm not in a rush for that. And I think my final card that I'll be ever getting after that, if I get all three, let's say a miracle happened and I got all three of them, I think the only other card that I'll be getting is the Chase Sapphire Preferred, but we'll be seeing how that goes. I'll be updating you on everything. So yeah, that will be all for today's video. And guys, always pay on time and in full. Do not risk your credit, and do not risk getting interest on your credit card. Don't be like me. Don't risk it for the biscuit. But yeah, that'll be all. That'll be my little update to you guys. So yeah, see you in whatever my next video is. So yeah, bye.